Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Hislop, Medical Director of the Loyola Marymount University Health Services, and I want to talk to you today about travel health. One of my favorite websites to go to before you leave the country is cdc.gov. On the site there will be a button called Traveler's Health. If you click on that, and then you'll be brought to a destination pane where you can enter the name of the country that you're going to. When you click on that, you will see health information related to that particular country. Everything from what vaccines are required to go to that country, what diseases currently are going on in that country, what medications, if anything, that you need before you go to that country. A common one would be something like malaria. What medications you would need to take to prevent malaria. So there's a wealth of information there, both specific about the country and its potential communicable illnesses, and also things about how to get ready in terms of preparing a travel kit, what to have in it in case a medical emergency should arise while you're on your trip. Some students that are going abroad will be on prescription medication. It's important that when you travel abroad that you have enough medication with you for your entire trip. You won't be able to just go to CVS in the country you're in and pick up your medication like you do when you're here in this country. One problem is that most people, if they're on a medication every day, their insurance plan only gives them 1 month of medication at a time. So consequently, you have to go back to the pharmacy every month and get your medication. If you try to go to the pharmacy and pick up 3 months or 4 months or more medication, you'll be told that your insurance doesn't allow that. So what you'll need to do is call your health insurance company and ask for what some insurance companies call a vacation override. The trick is to actually get to talk to a real person. You won't be able to probably do this. This won't be an option on the insurance company's phone tree. So you should call them up and explain to the situation. You're a student, you're going abroad. And I always tell people, if you're going abroad for 3 months, tell them you're going abroad for 4 months, because you don't want to have to deal with getting your medicine the moment you come back into the country. You might have other things you need to do. So add a month on to whatever your trip is going to be and ask for that much medicine in one prescription. And they will put in the override so that when you do go to the pharmacy, you'll be allowed to get 3 months or 4 months, however much you're going to need for your trip. Your physician will need to write a new prescription probably that gives you that much medicine all at once. I do recommend that you carry your medication in your carry-on luggage, because if your your luggage is lost or stolen, your medicine will go with it. So do put that in your carry-on luggage. I have my do's and don'ts while abroad. Do, when traveling abroad, carry your health insurance card with you. You never know when a health insurance or an accident or emergency might arise, and you want to have your card with you so that you can get the paperwork going at the time you're receiving the care. Some places might take your health insurance card. Some may ask you to pay for services with a credit card, but you will need, so in the case where they're asking you to pay, you definitely want to keep copies and receipts of all charges so that you can submit that for reimbursement when you get back. If they do take health insurance, you'll want to have the card to give them. As I said, do bring enough medicine for your entire trip and keep it in your carry-on bag. Some countries will require vaccines in order to enter the country. Again, the cdc.gov website is a good place to go to find out what vaccines, if any, are necessary for the country you're traveling to. You need to have plenty of lead time. You don't want to show up a day before you're leaving the country to get your vaccine. So start this process 4 to 6 weeks ahead of time so you'll have enough time to get the vaccines that you need. When you're abroad, always wear seat belts and helmets when you ride scooters or skateboard or whatever it is you like to do. I always like to say the concrete over in these other countries is just as hard as it is here. Be safe when you're having fun. Regarding alcohol, some countries you go to may not have a minimum age to drink. It's important that you know your alcohol limit. My alcohol limit, the safe recommendation I have is for women 2 or less, and for men 3 or less in an evening. It's very important that you maintain a clear head when studying abroad and being abroad. As Americans, we have a high visibility. If we are intoxicated, we're not in our usual environment. Everything is different, and problems can become much more severe in an intoxicated situation. So my most conservative advice is don't drink. If you are going to drink, you must drink responsibly and know what your alcohol limit is. I recommend to be abstinent when you're abroad. We are students of a Jesuit university, and the church teachings are for abstinent, and that is my recommendation too. If you're abstinent, you don't have to worry about pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases. It's the safest way to go. My don'ts. Do not leave everything to the last minute. There's a lot that goes into a trip. We've covered a lot of these things. Give yourself plenty of time. I would say a minimum of 4 to 6 weeks. Smoking cigarettes. Many of the countries that our students travel to do not have the awareness or the, how do I say this, haven't come as far as we have in terms of understanding the dangers of cigarette smoking. I know there's sort of a romantic idea of being in another country and sitting at the cafe and smoking a cigarette and all of that stuff. Cigarettes are probably the most addictive legal substance that we have. If you don't smoke, don't start. My best advice, don't start smoking on your trip to Europe. Okay, alcohol, again, do not exceed your alcohol limit. Again, like I said, the safest thing is not to drink at all. If you are going to drink, I say for women no more than 2 in a night, and for fellas no more than 3 in a night. Know your alcohol limit. Upon your return, should you develop fever, rash, cough, difficulty breathing, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, or any other unusual symptoms within the first 30 days after returning from a foreign country, seek medical attention. If you're on the campus, you can come to the health center. If you're back home, seek your personal physician. I'm showing you my email address, dhislop@lmu.edu. Should you need to contact me while you're overseas, I'm not putting myself available to you to treat you while you're over there. They have where you're going, there will be healthcare available to you. But should you have a question, if there's any way that I can help you out, don't hesitate to send me an email, and I'll be happy to do what I can. I want to close by saying, have a great trip abroad. I hope it's one of the best experiences of your life. You've got my email address if you need to contact me. Okay, have a great trip.